Welcome, everyone, to Episode 7 of The Quest Company.
My name is Zara, and I'm a skilled, trained healing cleric and a powerful elf unlike any you've ever seen before. Well, I guess I should say unlike any I have ever seen before, since I've never seen an actual elf in my life. You see, I was raised in a very sheltered, secluded forest by my adopted mother, a gnome paladin, Gulliana, or I would call her Mama G. See, I was dropped on Mama G's doorstep as a baby, and she believed it was her duty by the gods to raise me and train me to be a great warrior and healer. We had a good, quiet life together, which sadly recently ended as Mama G died this year. Before she passed, she was tormented by dreams and was going mad. She kept telling me there was more I needed to know, and I needed to find a letter, and after tearing the house apart, I finally found it, but it was too late. She was gone. And now my life is riddled with questions. What is so important about this letter, and why didn't she tell me about it sooner? And the worst part of all, no matter how hard I try, I can't open it. So my mission is to open this letter and find out who I truly am.
Tabitha was abandoned by both her parents when she was just a baby. She grew up alone, but was somehow always taken care of. She learned how to make weapons for herself and trained herself for protection. When she was 16, she killed the leader of the town, Crestport, and most of his forces. And no one knows why she killed him. But for that, she spent 8 years isolated in prison.
I am Frank. Bony, lacking flesh, a harbor for foreign moss. A simple skeleton. My death should come as no surprise, seeing as that I am no longer alive, but it happened and it was wet. My father, Ralph, he let me call him Ralph, taught me the secrets of the seas. Well, not all of the seas, mostly the 100-mile radius around our hometown of Bankland. When I was a teenager, this is back when I had skin and whatnot, my father, Ralph, he was a bounty hunter or something. I could never find out for sure. He just disappeared from the ship that I was on, and that turned into a whole ordeal. Some people in Bankland, more specifically a bastard by the name of Salty Jim, wondered out loudly how the hell such a seasoned sailor can end up just up and vanish. And so he was paying my father or something for deeds, and he wasn't happy at the loss, so he blamed Ralph's death on me. And if you must really know, I was put in prison and with this wizard dude guy named Mike. But he preferred to be called Old Mike. Mike saw something in me, or what the what, and gave me his wizard book, which I used to kill Salty Jim's entire crew. As you can imagine, Salty Jim was not a big fan of this turn of events, and he tried to kill me. Well, kill is such a big word. Let's say he tried to dispose of me with a certain length of chain. So while my body drowned out in the sea, me was still alive for some reason. And I just followed the dark sea for a while, walking along the bedrock until time no longer existed, and fish had just ripped and torn at my body until I was nothing more than a few clumps of meat stuck on some stubborn bones. I came across an island at one point, free of any trees or life, and I sat there, waiting for my bones to dry and my soul to leave this corporeal plane, but my bones simply never ceased dripping, and moss began to grow in places. So I took this as a challenge. A second chance for vengeance, a return, an opportunity rare and incredible. I knew at that moment, at that precise moment, that I would destroy the Salty Jim, that mongoloid fuck, that literal bastard, even if it cost me my soul.
Hello. My name is Roarke Blackwater. I was born on my mother's ship, the Devil's Maiden, 7 years after she became Pirate Queen. I only ever heard rumors and whispers of how my mother gained her title. I grew up on the ship, learning from an early age the ways of the sea and of piracy. Never knew my father and was never told much about him. As I grew up, I trained extensively in fighting with 2 blades and became quite the expert swordsman. I was always well liked by the crew, even more so than my mother, who they thought at times could be cruel and unfair to them. When I was close to coming of age, there was secret talk amongst the crew of me perhaps taking over for her. I'd begun to be a part of our planning and war council and shown myself to be a fearless fighter and a natural leader. The last few raids we went on in which my ideas were ignored hadn't gone well, and the crew wasn't happy. Once she caught wind of this potential mutiny, she was enraged and decided to squash it by marooning me on a remote island, bound, gagged, and blindfolded. By the time I was able to free myself, the Devil's Maiden was long gone. I was on the island for weeks, living off what edible vegetation I could find and spearfishing in a nearby reef. One day, a small fishing boat happened to pass by and saw my smoke signals calling for help. Despite them being terrified by my appearance once they were close enough to get a good look at me, I convinced them to give me safe passage back to the mainland. That was 5 years ago. Since then, I've found work as a bounty hunter and mercenary, mostly for coastal law enforcement. I hunt pirates. Not because I have a strong desire to bring them to justice, but because I'm looking for a way to find my mother. With every pirate I capture, it's one more clue, one step closer to catching up with her. When I track her down, I will kill her, and I will claim the Devil's Maiden as my own.
Previously on the Quest Company.
You see what looks to be this pit seems to go high up cylindrically. But you can see stars. You see a body.
Oof.
Completely naked. It's covered in pocks and boils. And is just floating face down in the water. As you flip the body over, don't know who this is.
Okay, it's not Samuel.
It's not familiar. It's hard to tell though because the face is poxed over.
What is it?
Spiders. As from the ceiling, a much larger spider descends into the room.
Oh, no.
Just like a spider.
Out this like webbing,
I don't like that.
and you
don't
feel
like
yourself
it.
get
Don't like it at
hold.
all.
Staff of a python. Quarterstaff, 1d6 damage. I do have 2 heal potions, and since you get the shit pounded out of you constantly on a daily basis, I'm going to give you both of these.
You know what, Frank? I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I will take both of those. Remember that time that we're out of this shithole and I walk
The
outside?
past is the past.
You walk out. Deers,
Oh, no.
Oh, gosh.
humans, other things. Put together constructs of who knows what.
Oh.
They're not coming for you. At least not yet.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to sometime.
So
So we didn't rest, right?
no, you have
Okay.
not rested.
Great.
You guys were beginning to prepare to when you saw this
Yep.
force of animals, 10 or so, 5 or so, 12 or so, in these clumps and groups, moving down the mountain along the path of the stream, which you guys are currently standing next to.
So they're like vaguely coming our way.
Correct. You are in no immediate danger. They're not sprinting towards you. They're not charging you. They are... You just could gather that making camp, here at least, could lead to them, like, waking up with them on top of you.
Right.
So maybe we should head towards those like wooden houses, buildings.
Well, those are we would have to pass the horde of
Oh, they're coming
probably
from that
explodey things, right? Like the creatures are between us and that building that we saw.
I love that you're asking Andrew in Roarke's voice.
It's okay.
Right.
It's like
Blurring the lines here.
you are very far away from that.
Right.
What you can kind of make out is there's some kind of wooden structure up there.
Right.
And it is near what appears to be something that is large and black into the side of the mountain. But none of them are coming, like, from where you are, you can't really tell very well, but it doesn't seem that they're, like, aggressively coming towards you guys. They may not have noticed you. It may not be that they're aggressive creatures. It may be that they haven't simply noticed you, and that once they notice you, they'll attack you, or they might just be doing their thing.
Okay. Well, I suggest, because looking at that place up on the hill, it seems to me like that might be where there are some people that we're going to have to kill later.
Yeah.
So how's about before that, we just take a little nap in the entrance to the sewer where the things can't get us because that gate is in the way.
Well,
That makes sense?
yeah.
Or I could
That way
just,
there's only one way each way. Or we could
Shoot
hop in
them
trees
now.
and pick them off.
Yeah. I say we just climb up. You guys can... Oh, here's a thought. You guys can bait them towards you, and then I can go in a tree and just shoot them down.
We'll say this: looking around,
There's no trees.
there's no trees.
Dang.
Right.
Scott
You are
Nest.
you are in very much a rolling hills area.
So, like, there's grass and that river.
Any trees that there would be are very low hanging, not strong enough to probably hold.
Are they going
a
towards
person.
the river?
They are along the path of the river.
I
And
mean,
the
we
buildings are towards the left.
The
could.
buildings are very far away. Like, if you guys are... Sorry, everyone listening. If you guys are down here, out at the sewers, this lake kind of travels up this way and up this mountain. Up here-ish is where...
Oh, we gotta get all the way up.
Yeah.
I mean, his
These
for you listeners,
creatures-
his arm is pretty stretched, indicating where this mountain is.
These guys, these creatures or whatever, are spattered across like the hillside and the landscaping, very generally close to the water.
Okay, so here's my thought. We don't even know if they're gonna try to attack us. So why don't... I'm pretty good. I feel great. So why don't I just kind of swim up the river,
Oh.
and then I can kind of be hidden a little bit, observe what they're doing, and if they're a threat, we can just start picking them off.
And while you do that, one of us can stay here. And if
Exactly.
you need to rest, and we can totally do that, I can keep an eye open.
All right. Well, here are there. What are in like the immediate area? Are there just like a few?
There aren't any in the immediate area.
On the
There's
hill.
none on, like right on top of you.
Okay.
They're just coming, kind of.
You gather in the time it would take to do a long rest. You would probably have most of them down this mountain.
Gotcha.
Whether or not they would just walk by you while you slept, you don't know that much. Or whether they'd kill you in your sleep.
Right. And where does that river keep going to? Is it like around the walls of where this sewer goes?
The river runs out towards the forest.
Okay.
Or thought two. We have no idea what's going to be in this cabin.
That is very true. Yes.
Do we still have
You
our...
don't know it's a cabin yet.
Or whatever it is.
It's okay. I'm
That
just like
structure
Do we-
over
to keep
yonder.
your like
Still have our
thought away
cloaks
from
and
this
masks
stuff.
and stuff?
We do.
Okay. What if
Which we washed off.
What if
Yes.
Zara, you and I, Roarke, dress as the cloaks and the cultist thing?
Right.
I go kill a deer really fast. We skin it, put it on Frank, and I can try to disguise it. And then we can say, we found it wandering away. That way
This
we
is a
have
good
protection.
idea.
We're gonna give him the old C.S. Lewis, the last battle.
Okay.
Great reference.
Well,
Great
well,
reference.
we're wandering.
A very
away.
select
That is
group of
really
listeners
smart.
are really gonna get that reference.
Because I can't, I have disguise kit, and I could give you little hooves out of rocks or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Great
Well,
idea.
we can also while we're
Laughing.
This is just amazing. I'm so excited.
My one problem with this is, you said we would tell them that this one was going away.
Well,
From
we could,
what?
listen.
We would
We
stick with
know
you.
that they use it for some kind of poison,
For
something
the
for
animals.
the animals. Yes.
But we know that goes far away as where Cedron was.
Right. But we could just say this one was acting defective. Honestly, it's just...
I mean,
There
all
seems
that
to be like a
in a
hub.
sense.
Wait.
Yeah.
you don't look explodey enough.
Yeah, there's that.
Me? As a skeleton?
Exactly.
Well, I don't have... Yeah, okay.
No, I mean,
I agree with that.
exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
If
saying.
we
hope
just
not.
use you to
Trying to lose
say...
some weight.
Look, they all seem like they're coming in some kind of pact. So if we just use you to say you got lost,
Okay.
then, you know, there's that.
Whatever you say.
just-
I mean...
How far, like, walking distance, can we tell about how far it would take us to get to, like, maybe the first little group of them if we're just kind of testing the waters here?
Let's say,
Like 20 minutes.
well, not even 20 minutes. You could probably, if you're not like stealthing, if you're just going,
Yeah.
it'd probably take you about 15 minutes to get
What
to
if
them.
I'm sneaking?
If you're sneaking,
Tabitha.
okay, maybe 30 minutes.
Well, here's what I think. Before we
It's
go
gonna be
up
hard
this
to
hill,
sneak in just like a
The
flat
meadow.
terrain, but like
But I am stealthiest.
You are.
I can hear like James Bond music.
Right.
you can
this
bear
meadow.
crawl through the like spider crawl on the ground and just like
Okay. All right. So how about in this
it would be frightening.
with this group that's closest to us, just up ahead, which there are how many in the like little pod that's
he's at, like,
closest?
five.
Like five, four, five,
Four.
four. So
No
we
problem.
could test
We'll
out the
just
waters,
walk.
go over there. We can be quiet bait, and you can pick them off while we're still at a reasonable distance, and we
Okay.
can see how these things
they
are
interact
moving,
with
how they
us,
interact,
and-
how that works, which will give us a feel for going forward what we're gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna stealth behind them while they go forward.
Okay.
Great. So we will be quiet bait, and we will move forward.
Like a minnow.
Like a minnow, trying to see what's the dealio with this first little groupling.
A small fish.
I feel a first roll coming on.
We rolling?
Yeah. I don't know. I just felt it.
Well, I'm rolling the stealth, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Am I rolling the stealth behind
Yes,
them?
you are rolling stealth.
Oh gosh.
You guys aren't stealthing, correct?
Correct.
No.
You're just walking. A 12? Did you add your modifier?
Yoinks!
Let's see.
You're fine there, dear. You stealth pretty good for being in
The
a
daytime.
field in the daytime.
I imagine I just lay
Like
my
most
back
people
and
would
sleep.
probably see you, they don't seem to be taking any note.
Got it.
They don't really seem to be taking note of anyone,
Okay.
Okay.
but
Got it. Here we go.
Great.
Walking towards him.
So walk.
Yeah, we're walking up.
okay.
On my own two legs.
You guys travel for a little bit of time. The three of you guys start getting closer and closer to them.
I want to stop at like 50 feet away from them.
50 feet?
Yeah, I don't want to get too close.
That sounds about right.
Sure.
Sure.
That's fine. The goal
Yes.
is to kill these things, right?
You guys...
Right, but we want to step. These things explode.
They explode.
Oh.
Yeah, you haven't seen.
But I'm like, you know.
It's
They don't
not
affect me.
fun.
Oh, okay.
They don't affect me.
What does affect you? Poisonous gas you're fine with? And
The concussion would still affect you from
Okay.
the explosion.
Yeah, that's true.
The poison wouldn't.
Okay.
Right.
Well, do you want me to go attack one of them?
Oh no! She's shooting them.
Okay.
We're just gonna try to get their attention, see how fast they can even move if they're
All right.
actively trying to go towards something.
Right.
Well, I
kind
can
of
get really close to one and just see how they're doing.
is there
Yeah.
like a lone
You know.
one, like a black sheep of the family,
Bambi
like an
somewhere.
awkward, like teen little deer somewhere who doesn't?
Are you asking
wanna
if
be-
there's an edgelord deer?
Yeah.
Does it have like the MySpace like hair? You know what I'm talking about?
Shadow the Hedgehog deer?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm just looking for
Make a
somebody.
perception check.
Okay.
Roll for edginess.
Let's see.
Does she get a modifier for edgy?
Oh, you mean this
I
hair?
actually have proficiency in edginess.
You mean this edgy hair? Is that what we're asking
you.
about?
Okay, so that
What's the Saturday?
is 13.
A 13?
Yeah.
They're all generally spaced out close enough that you feel like if you were to like detonate one of them, others might take note to it.
Oh, all right. All right.
Okay.
So we gotta pick a click and just go for it.
Right. Since we're walking like near the river, are there any like stones?
Sure.
Great. I would like to pick up a stone and
I feel like
and
you've picked up rocks before.
do it.
I feel like Roarke has picked up rocks before. Am I insane?
No.
I've probably picked up a rock at some
don't
I
point.
feel like you've
so.
picked up rocks before. I don't know why.
Like for a
I've picked
specific
up a
reason,
rock.
or do I just like rocks? Do you think?
I guess you just like rocks. No, it's fine. Yeah, you find some pebbles.
I'm a geologist. Deal with it.
cannon.
Roarke's really into rocks. There's only friends on the island. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna pick up a rock.
That was dark.
That was great.
Well, when you're marooned, I'm going to pick up a rock and I'm gonna toss it at the group of them to see if they notice,
Okay.
if they react at all.
Are you trying to hit them?
I'll like aim at one.
Okay, roll to hit.
Oh, jeez.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Okay. Roll,
You kill this deer with this rock.
Oh my
roll a
gosh.
d4 and half it.
And half it.
Yeah.
Is that plus my dex?
No, just don't add anything.
1.5.
Okay, so it'll be a 2. You rear back, launch this thing, and it just like off the head of one of the deers, and it just. It looks very confused. And it kind of goes back to doing what it was doing.
Oh.
Okay, sorry, that one smells.
I say,
The deer? I know.
can I tell where Tabitha is, or did she just disappear from all of us?
Roll perception.
Okay. 4. Where the hell did she go?
Yeah, you have no idea where she is.
Tabitha!
Let me roll.
Yeah, both of you guys roll perception real quick.
That is...
Where the hell did...
That's 19. No, that's 20.
You
Unnatural.
very clearly
she's right.
see
She's
her,
right
like,
here, Roarke.
standing
I
a
wanna,
little
like-
bit back.
She's right here, Roarke.
Okay,
I want
11.
to like
Well, you would
pop up out of where
So,
I guess the
15.
woods.
Sorry.
I'm imagining like a little short glass. I just imagine I like stand up and I'm like, what?
Oh,
She's right here,
right.
Roarke.
I'm sorry.
Dang, you're good at that.
Thank you.
Not that good.
You want to see what happens if you just shoot one of them from over, like if they...
Can you shoot that far?
Yes,
I'm not being
Frank.
like discondescending or anything like that.
Disconcerting?
I'm not being discondescending. I just want to know.
Don't you have the highest intelligence out
I
of all
think
of us?
so.
Well, maybe I do it for a reason.
Maybe it's street smarts.
It's street smarts.
I just want to hit it.
Yeah, roll hit.
For a wizard, yeah.
10?
You notch an arrow, pull back, and it whizzes past the group of deer onto the other side
Damn
of them.
it,
So you
Frank.
can't shoot that
No,
far.
let me shoot
Then.
another
Well,
one.
that was very disconcerting.
I don't want you to be
Okay.
wasting your arrows.
Oh, I have 20. It's fine.
19.
21.
To hit?
Oh,
hit
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
How do you string the bow? I mean, like, are you frustrated with the situation? Like,
Yeah. Like,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
like,
So
son
you
of a
just like
bitch.
son of a bitch. The arrow. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll your sneak damage.
You missed with
Is it 6 and 4?
It's 2d6. Your bow.
4.
Plus your dex.
8.
Nice.
I fucking blow it up.
The arrow goes through its neck and just like sticks in, and it
Oh gosh, it's so loud.
and blows up. And you see it explode,
Uh-huh.
and then the deers around it, like you just hear a as they also die.
Baller
Dang it.
Supreme.
Now we don't have a pelt to use.
And the sound of flesh just like
Worth it. Absolutely worth it.
raining down from the explosion.
The animals might hear that.
Tabitha, that was cool as hell.
To the ring.
That was badass.
It was,
Oh my
I-
gosh.
Yeah, Frank, can I shoot that far?
I'm disconcerted. All right, so now that we know how that works, we could most certainly
We're
go
gonna
back to
have
the
to-
entrance of.
Wait,
Well, we could
are
rest
any
by
of
going
those
back to the
pelts
entrance
worth
of the
Well,
sewer.
there's still more of them.
Are we gonna not talk
could've heard
about
that.
how one blew up 4 of them?
Yeah, they caused a
That's
chain reaction.
kind
though.
of strange.
Okay,
Yeah,
go
that didn't
ahead
happen
and
last
roll
time.
a, nature check.
They were further away from each other last
Were
time.
they?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
they were coming
but
at us
are
from
we
different
not
directions.
just gonna talk about how one blew up and they all blew up?
So
I just
what?
figured
What's
they're
the
very
significance of that?
explosive. I mean,
It just seems kind of strange.
Can't find.
I think
No,
they're
Did you
just
think it
really
was strange
explosive.
last time? I thought it was strange last
Well,
time.
yeah, but
You
this is
certainly-
I thought
like,
it was strange, but then I was unconscious.
Well,
So-
that's true. I mean, we're gonna have to lure one
this
away,
conversation
or else it's gonna detonate the other ones if I kill it.
Right, but that's why we just do it from far away, like we just did, and then it's just a badass explosion.
Now wait a second. If we give it a slow, painful death, then will it still explode?
Well, remember,
I'm
all
just
the other
gonna-
ones exploded nonetheless.
if you recall, Frank, I think they're just gonna explode no matter what, because I tried to very carefully just carve that
Yeah.
one that then exploded, and then
So
I
how
was
would we get a
unconscious.
pelt
Frank,
around me
you
then?
have. I don't.
I come.
we
Your
got-
idea,
we
Tabitha.
well, we could just have him in another robe.
No, I just come walking up with a couple like animal pelts while you guys were arguing, and they're just bits and pieces. I'm like, this is the best we got.
Zara comes back and yes, only has chunks. You could probably maybe
I can
attach
disguise.
them
Okay.
to
That
a
doesn't-
pure kind of like a Frankenstein deer. You don't think it would probably not look at all like the other deers, but it might pass for something.
Sarah, thank you for the.
Trying.
Let me try to disguise you, Frank. Just sit still.
Okay, but what look like? Okay,
Do I have to roll for this?
it's your my funeral too, but whatever.
Go ahead and make a go ahead and make a
A performance? No.
well, let's see. Let's see real
preference?
quick.
Preference.
Actually, since you're using your disguise,
Kit.
go ahead and roll and just add advantage.
Can I assist?
Are you proficient with disguise kits?
Do you have to be proficient with something to assist?
7?
In this case, yes.
With advantage? 7?
You got a 7 with advantage?
No,
No,
that's
no,
a
no,
7.
one.
What's my
Did you add your
advantage?
You can roll
proficiency
again.
to that?
Oh,
I didn't say advantage.
Oh.
you did.
No, I said with proficiency.
Oh.
So +2 to whatever
9.
you roll. A 9. Okay.
It's not going to be my night of rolling.
Frank,
Yeah.
go ahead and make a performance check.
Perform.
Yeah, maybe
Perform you a little
if
harder.
you
All right,
pretend to
give
be
me
a
your
deer.
best deer waddle.
That's a 9. Performance. What do I add?
Charisma, I
Performance.
think.
Should be under charisma.
So,
For a 9, 10, 11.
An 11. Okay. So, here's what happens.
Oh, man.
Tabitha, you stitch back together some of the hides. There's still like space in between them though, and so it's not the best sewing job. You drape it over Frank, you pull some bones and move some stuff around so that you're kind of like a four-legged critter, but you're still on your hind two legs with just your front ones like this in the front. And
Is this mink? Is this a mink? Coat?
give me your best
it's
deer yop.
Oh, give me that yap.
Oh, come on.
oh gosh.
And Frank does that.
Is that good, guys?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean-
okay. What? Do we not just have 4 robes and masks?
Well, I could use
You're
my.
currently wearing them.
I could.
I'm not saying. Do we not just have 4? Can't
Well,
we just
well,
go in?
I can
all
use
wearing
my.
them?
Well, I could use. This might be pushing it. I could use my disguise self spell.
Yeah, oh, what the hell, Frank?
Well, wait.
Well, I
no.
wanted to see how good you guys would do, and then if it worked out, I would. Well, I don't want to use a spell slot on
Right,
him.
right.
Oh, wait.
If we all
have all
have
the capes
if we
and
all
stuff,
have
don't
masks
do
and
it.
robes, then we
Yeah.
don't need. We can all just be bird people.
Yeah.
and we'll be fine.
Okay, what's going to be our story then?
We're
Okay.
just coming back. We
No,
don't
we
need
were
a story.
patrolling
It's middle
the
of the day.
sewer. We were patrolling the
Yeah,
sewer.
we got in late.
We found
Why?
two of them dead.
What if they
Yeah,
ask
2 of
about
them
that?
dead in the
True.
sewer. Let's just say this. We already know they're kind of looking for us, right? So we'll just say
Okay.
we were patrolling the sewer and we saw signs of the travelers Margot are looking for in the sewer, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Also,
Yeah.
we're waiting until after we rest to do this, right? Or are we just doing this right now?
I
How many spells have you used, Frank?
I think I have like 2 left. Maybe 1. I think 2.
It would probably be best if we could also, if we wait until night, if they're coming back through the sewers.
1.
If they're coming back through the sewers, we could also ambush people as they're coming through the sewers to go into town.
is there nowhere to like hide in front of these little bombs?
Well, you can go back towards the sewers. You can go down the river into the forest.
Oh.
You can pack it all up and go back to Dagger Point. Or you can play with the deer some more or these creatures some more and try and figure out a way or a spot maybe to rest up that direction.
Maybe they'll let us rest there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could be really friendly. That's true.
Yeah. If not, we'll just take them out.
Or in the woods, isn't Cedron's father like the dude of the woods? Like the Lord dude
He
of the
is
woods?
the dude of the woods.
Yeah, right?
That's true.
Would he protect us from the other bad dudes
Wait,
of the
what
bad
was his
woods?
name?
Well, I don't know if we would have to.
Was his name Mark? Charles? Something like
think
that?
it
No,
was-
it was
no, wait, no, I'm Craig.
Jimmy?
no. I didn't write it down.
Francisco?
You know, I don't think he told us.
Elrod.
I think he kept it pretty.
Sphincter?
That was it.
We could
That was
call,
his name?
That's the one.
We
King
could-
Sphincter.
Call
King
for
Sphincter.
Cedron, and then see if he comes up.
How do we summon Sphincter? Damn it, I mean, Cedron. I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah,
Cedron.
Cedron.
Yeah.
I don't. We walked a ways. I don't know. Well, that little shit's magical. I don't know
I know.
what
We
he can
could
do.
just.
How's about we just take a rest and then we figure it out from there? What we do
Okay.
Okay.
Where are we gonna rest though?
inside behind the gate in the sewers.
And wait for them to come
Okay,
on, sneak
well,
up
I'm-
on us.
Well, we got
If
Well,
I
I
don't
feel-
rest, I'm gonna get exhausted.
If I don't rest, I don't get my spells back.
Right. But you also just hang out conscious.
Well,
What?
I'm not
How do you
completely
sleep, Frank?
conscious. I mean, when I sleep, I can still see some things. I mean, it's I won't like wake up.
Frank
will.
meditates, which
Meditate.
would be a state with which he would be more awake than you guys being asleep, but would be at heavy disadvantage to be noticing certain things. Whereas you guys would have no ability to notice certain things, he might be at disadvantage to notice them.
Can I set up a trap around us while we sleep?
What kind of trap are you thinking?
Well,
That would be my
I
question.
don't have stuff to make a trap.
You potentially might have something, just what kind of thing were you thinking about?
But
Like 4 points of little. It would catch them if their foot went in it.
How far?
Oh, but there's no trees.
How far is the woods? Like 5
woods?
minutes from us?
We'd have to cross
Like, is it
the
a long
river.
walk?
It's going to take you some time
Rourke,
to
you
get
know
there.
what? Buckle up, man up. Let's go to the structure. We'll take them out, and then we can sleep.
great. Yeah, sure.
You seem
have the
fine to me.
potions. We'll be fine.
All right.
You seem fine.
I'm gonna get
Let's
my
go.
2 arrows before we go.
Okay, so you walk over to where they were and grab your 2 arrows.
Is that one poison now?
1 second. Roll an investigation check.
Among the carnage.
Would it not explode the arrow? Arrow?
Well, who got a nat 1? You can't find either of your arrows
Bummer.
because of the explosions.
All right.
All right,
Well,
let's
do
go.
we also want to explode any creatures we come across as we're walking up that way then?
That could attract sound.
Right, but
And-
we also don't want them going any further than they are.
Who? What?
What?
The deer?
Yeah, there's more of them. All over that way.
I mean, so
I don't know if
far
that's our
they don't
responsibility.
do anything to us.
I don't know if that's our responsibility.
Yeah, just
we can
leave
let
them.
somebody else take care
Yeah.
of that.
All right.
Right?
Whatever.
Let's go to the
that
wood
sounds,
structure.
sounds good to you?
That sounds great to me, guys.
I'm gonna sneak.
So the Cedric guy, is he a friend?
Roll sneak.
It's a long story.
He's something else.
He's a little fawn dude who has a crush on Tabitha here,
Oh, okay.
and he
Makes
wants
sense.
us to kill the cult or something. So we're
Yeah.
doing that.
We're.
He really likes wood creatures.
You heard of Crestport?
Have I heard of Crestport?
Go ahead and make a history check.
It's not Crest Point, by the way. It's Crestport. Make sure you.
It's true. Episode 2
is that right?
problems.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
16, 17, 18.
18. You've heard of it. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
it's a pretty
I'm learning.
up and coming larger town. Like you would have
learning.
heard it in just
Great.
growing
Up and
up.
coming.
Oh,
I've heard
yeah.
it's an
Up
up
and
and coming
coming.
town.
Yeah.
actually.
Oh well,
Crestport.
everybody has
Yeah.
passed the hell out. So
Yeah, long story short,
We all
we're
met
supposed to
there.
get a bounty there. We can't pick it up because everyone's passed out. It's Cedron's fault. We're doing a thing for Cedron so we can get our money.
All right, well, let's do it.
let's go up.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't owe any money, or I'm not owed money. I just met you guys there.
Right.
Why
But
are
we're
you
getting
fall-
our money.
By we're, he's pointing at him and Frank.
Right.
money?
What'd you ask?
Nothing. You want to go?
Great.
Yep, let's go.
Let's do it.
We will go up toward the mountainy mountain.
Okay. How are you guys wishing to proceed?
Along the river,
In the cloaks.
in the cloaks, and the masks.
Okay. You guys begin making your way up the river.
Let's do it.
It's slow going.
Thanks, guys.
This isn't necessarily easy terrain.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, we're all there.
Oh. Sorry, listeners, we were playing with our minis, and Frank just
Moved along.
the terrain is very difficult. It's muddy because of the river, and just the nature of this kind of cloudy area.
Mm-hmm.
However, passing by groups of deer, they don't seem to be attempting to attack you or bother you.
They're just little bombs.
Man, we were just
Right,
killing-
so why don't we just blow up the bomb so that we don't have to deal with them later?
Well, we could
On our way down.
Might be
not have
helpful
to
one
deal
day.
with them.
Yeah, I say keep them because we might
Yeah.
need.
We might leave a trail of where.
There might be like
Yeah.
a spell that we can lift and it'll cure them all at the same time.
Aw.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
If we could wake up.
Oh, Bambies.
And we
traveling
keep walking.
Up the structure. Okay. You guys travel.
Roarke just really wants to blow stuff up.
Go ahead and everyone make an athletics check for me.
Oh, golly gee.
Ooh, yikes.
Natty
You
20.
hit mine, okay? Do we both get
5.
6?
10.
What is that?
7.
7?
7. 10.
7.
Okay. 7, 10,
20.
20,
5.
5.
Yikes.
Frank and Zara, you both are as a group. You guys take some. It takes time. Roarke, you find yourself having to help people a lot, pass over things. Tabitha, keeping to yourself and being just generally light on your feet and dexterous, you're able to move more easily. It's still much slower than you'd like. Frank and Zara, you guys just struggle. Zara, your heavy armor is just
it's the climb.
it's
I
making it
can't
really
move.
tough. And Frank, you don't have muscles.
Yeah. The will of magic propels me to move.
That's not very willing right now.
The unwilling will of magic.
But you guys eventually make it to the top. It is getting close to sunset, however, as you guys reach this point. Frank and Zara, you both are under the effects of 1 point of exhaustion. That means, going forward from this point, until your next long rest, you have disadvantage on all ability checks. So, like, anytime you have to, make, any ability check or saving throw, you have disadvantage on it.
Wow. Okay.
Exhaustion is bad news.
It is the climb.
But
How did they get that?
just the physical exertion of climbing this.
All right.
But you guys make it to a flatter portion of this mountainside that you've been traveling up, especially going the path of the water, which is very straight down at points. But you make your way up to the point, and you come to what looks to be 3 very dilapidated old wooden structures. They seem to be houses, holes in them. They've been pretty battered by time and weather. There's 3 more that have completely caved in, but it seems to be the remnants of an old little town or something.
How are the roof structures?
Hmm?
How are the roof structures on the one still standing?
They are a type of stone, almost. It's like a very, very thin stone rock. It's the only way that they wouldn't have collapsed by this time.
Okay.
If it was thatching or whatever, it would have deteriorated.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Can I check them all for traps?
The buildings? Go ahead and make a perception check.
I would like to look for traps as well.
Perception check.
Are there roads leading to and away from these houses? Small paths or something?
None that you can see.
Okay.
Wait, what was it? What was
Go ahead
the
and
question?
roll a perception for me.
12.
A 12? You don't see any?
11.
11? You don't see any.
I just rolled a 19, but one with different disadvantage was 10, so.
So it's a disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so what was his question? What's he looking at?
9.
Just looking for roads or something that would have...
Oh, yeah.
Whatever roads there might have been, this looks like it's been here for a very, very long time and has been at least untouched for a very long time. So whatever roads there might have been have overgrown, or there's been a rock slide. There's been elemental shifts that have caused them to be wiped clean.
Is there holes in the roof to where I could see inside the building?
You can...
Walk in the door.
Where we can just go in?
You could probably just go in.
Okay.
Do we,
Let's go in.
do we see any lights or anything being lit because it's close to sunset?
No.
Let's just go in one.
Let's go in one.
Yeah,
Why
well,
not?
we need to figure out what we're doing, because if it's close to sunset now, if
Let's
the cult is around here, which it seems to be with the pattern of the deer, they're probably going to be coming out soon.
All right, let's see if we can get in here and take a safe place to take a little bit of a nap.
Great.
Your face right now is so amazing.
I know.
For you
He's ready
listeners,
for bed.
Joe's eyes were very wide.
They had
during
an
that
innocence
last
about them.
stay.
As a group, make
really
a
wanted a nap.
just make a general perception check.
Perception.
11.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh,
13.
Disadvantage. Oh, 10.
13.
5.
I'm rolling
10.
horribly.
I am too.
Tabitha, you
Somebody made it.
wrangle everyone towards what seems to be the strongest structure. It's abandoned on the inside. Dust covers everything.
Is there like a door?
Mhm.
Okay.
There's a very old door.
Is there any kind of like wooden or barrel that I could put in front of the door?
Yes.
Okay.
You find a box.
I don't like
Just a wooden box. And you just put it in front of the door.
How
He's
big
fine.
is this wooden box?
It's a pretty good sized box.
Oh,
I look
okay.
in
Is there anything in the house?
You want to look in the box? Okay.
Out of the
Opening
box.
the box, you find 5 torches and a set of manacles.
Kinky.
Ooh.
Manacles? Is that like, what's a manacle?
That's like a metal,
like
the old school
handcuffs.
handcuffs.
Oh!
There's just a metal clamp with a bolt through it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Score.
Can I check the room for anything else that might be of value or significance?
Go ahead and make an
Yeah, I want to search
investigation
the
check.
room.
With disadvantage.
Search this house.
18. 18.
What is that, an
21,
investigation?
23,
That is a 19.
Okay.
425, and then disadvantage.
Oh, no.
That's painful.
Jeez. Let's see. 18.
18.
With
I got a
disadvantage.
12.
Okay. Tabitha, you want to roll to investigate?
No.
Okay. Rourke, what'd you have?
19.
19, 18,
12.
12. Okay. Rourke, you find just a barrel that has like a small pouch on top of it, and you find 37 gold in it.
Hey-oh.
Frank, looking around, you don't really see anything. Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
Zara, you don't see anything.
With disadvantage?
Yeah.
I start to roll out my sleeping bag.
I'm going to bed.
Find a nice little safe spot.
9.
9. You sense something. Like, to quote Star Wars, there's a disturbance in the Force, but you don't know what it is.
Guys, this place seems a little bit off kilter.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I already
What?
rolled my sleeping bag. I was ready for now.
I don't know. I get a bad feeling about this place.
It's not necessarily bad.
I get a
Some-
very
You get a-
I
you get a
s-
feeling.
I get some sort of neutral feeling
got-
about this
Is it
place.
because of the handcuffs? Frank?
That
Is it?
Can I
I
roll,
can't tell just,
Okay.
but it might be.
Can I roll to perceive anything else about the room? I won't say Arcana, but can I roll to see if I can sense what he's feeling?
Sure. Go ahead and roll perception.
Well, Frank, do you think it might be this house in because we haven't seen anything else where the thing might be. You think that they might have some sort of entrance from here? Like, do we need to check the other houses to see if something else seems more secure?
I feel like that'd be safe.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah,
Roll an investigation.
I think so. After she rolls, we want to check the other houses to see if he has this feeling in all the houses.
10.
Yeah.
I start rolling out my sleeping bag.
All right. Well, let's just check it out.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll check the other
hold
two.
on.
What?
I start unrolling my sleeping
You
bag.
guys are exhausted.
Yeah.
You need to go to sleep. I can't get exhausted, so I need to go to sleep.
You can.
But why
physically.
not you all start resting? We will go. Oh, we need Frank for the funeral.
Yeah, I'm a wizard.
All right, why don't you start resting? I'll stay here and watch her,
Yeah, Frank and I will go investigate the other two houses real quick,
and I'll keep watch.
and we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
I'm gonna guard the door when you leave, so just knock 3 times when you're back.
Great.
Thank you. I unroll my sleeping bag.
Okay. Frank and Rourke, you guys leave.
Fraud.
Yes.
There's 2 houses. Well, for the sake of easiness, there's the left and the right. Which one would you like to go to?
Left.
Sweet. You go into the left one. Frank, go ahead and make Arcana.
While he does that, I
Disadvantage.
want to investigate to see if there's any stuff.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Arcana. That is
11.
11.
That's 19.
You don't find anything.
Oh, God, that's a 19, but I rolled a natural 20 on the one that doesn't count, so that's a 19.
So a total of 19.
19.
you feel the idea of it is like become like there is something of an arcana nature nearby.
Yeah.
You're not sure where. But you know there is something of a magical nature nearby.
I convey this information to Roarke. What do you think?
I think we should check out the other house and see if you feel any stronger, or if it's kind of the same across all the houses, and then we'll figure out where we need to stay from there.
All right. Well, let me check the hypothetical boxes if they exist in this room first.
Right.
Boxes?
Are there boxes in here,
No.
or what things? Let me not check those hypothetical boxes that don't actually exist.
You
but I make them
check.
up.
You check. Certainly, you check some like barrels and like a dresser or something, but you don't find anything.
Okay.
Great. So, right house.
Okay.
Right house.
You go to the other house.
Yes.
Yes.
It is very, very beat up. It looks. Roll perception, both of you.
Oh,
8, 2, 6.
Disadvantage.
Oh. Yeah, 6.
Okay. It's pretty beat up, but it looks like the other ones.
Okay. I want to investigate just to like see if there's anything in there.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation.
Same.
And you're investigating as well, or Arcana?
18 investigation.
Well, if I'm not, I'll do another Arcana check.
Okay, you can.
All right. Started with that.
What now?
An 18
An
investigation.
18 investigation. Natural 20, natural 1.
Natural 20 and natural 2. And the
it's the
2 with 5, 7, 8, 9.
A 9.
Mm-hmm.
The presence that you've been feeling disappears in this house. Roarke. What did you do in your investigation?
18.
18. You find 10 more gold.
Sweet.
Go ahead for me, and just make a dex saving throw.
Nat 20.
Nat 20? Cool. You get the 10 gold.
Great. I toss 5 to Frank.
Thank you. So I felt that magical presence much more powerfully in the left house, as we are calling it. So I believe if we search around that area, there might be something of importance or of magical ability that we might be able to find.
Just in the vicinity of the
in the
house.
vicinity of the left house.
Do you want to do that now, or do you want to wait until after your rest?
I'm ready to go now, even though I'm exhausted as all hell. I'm ready to go.
Great. Well, let's do that real quick then.
All right.
So you guys are going back to the left house?
Yeah, and search the area
Search
around the
around
left
it,
house
yeah.
to see what this whole magic deal is.
Both of you go ahead and make another investigation check.
That was a nat 1.
9. 16.
16, go ahead and make an Arcana check at disadvantage.
Oh, golly. That's a 9. That's also 4 9s in a row. 16.
Jeez.
So 16 and 16?
Yeah.
Okay. Frank, you really attempting to discern this, like, arcanic nature, make your way back into the house.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird because you feel this magic, but you feel it from a place where nothing should exist.
Mm-hmm.
And it keeps pulling you towards the floor. You find, however, a loose board.
Yeah.
And pulling it up, you see one arrow. It looks really eaten by time. The feathers, the fletching of it is just like pretty beat up. But there's just one arrow that's laying underneath the floorboards.
Okay. I pick it up
Okay,
with both of my hands.
you do.
Do I see anything of else other significance, like writing on it or something special about the...
You don't see any writing. The arrowhead itself looks very beautiful.
Okay.
It's like roll perception with disadvantage.
13.
Can I look at it now that he's holding it?
13.
Not
And
yet, because you're still looking.
13
Okay.
and a nat 1.
It's an arrow.
This definitely is an arrow, Roarke.
Oh, you found an arrow?
There you go.
This arrow that
And
I
I will
found
look at it.
is definitely an arrow, as I can tell.
That's 6.
It is an arrow.
Yeah, you're right. It sure as hell is an arrow.
It's a pretty arrow. It's pretty old.
Is that what your Frankie senses were tingling?
Is that what's tingling in my Frankie sense? Do I know?
Your Skelly sense?
It was.
Is tingle in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is something is very magical about this.
Okay.
All right.
Well, my instincts tell me to ask Brooke about it. But my other
Who
instincts...
the hell's Brooke?
Brooke is one of the players in this campaign. Tabitha. One of my instincts is telling me to ask Tabitha about it, see if she knows. My other instincts are telling me to keep it and never tell Tabitha about it, because I know she'll want to keep it from me if it's of any value.
Right.
But then also I can go over. I'll just show it to Tabitha.
Yeah,
make sure she knows that it's mine.
All right. Yeah. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. And I go on and knock on the door 3 times in Middle House.
I let them in.
You let them in. You all are back in the house. Frank, you show Tabitha the arrow.
What does this look like to you?
Roll perception.
Just
Put
so
the
you
box
know,
back in front of the
I'm sleeping.
back in front of the door.
Sleeping really good.
Just so you know, Tabbies,
Sleeping
this
really good.
20.
natural 20. Just so you know, Tabitha, this is mine. So don't try to take it from me.
But, Frank,
This is not an argument that we were going to have. I'm tired of having arguments with you, and the answer is no, no, no. So, do you...
can I figure out what it is?
Tabitha,
Yeah.
looking at this arrow, looking at the design, it is something that you might have some knowledge of, but not full understanding. It seems to be a very well-crafted arrow, especially to have lasted this long.
Yeah.
The arrowhead itself doesn't seem to be made of iron, it seems to be made of silver. You're not quite sure what it would do, but if it has magical properties, it might be useful.
It's magic. Cool.
It's
I'm
magic.
going to sleep.
No, asleep.
You don't know that. I didn't tell you that.
Right. I mean, like, his scaly senses were tingling, so
My
we know
scaly
it's
senses were
magic.
telling me that it's magical, so
Frank,
I gathered that
let's
much.
just discuss it.
Discuss. We're
You
not going
don't
to discuss
use
it. And I
arrows,
put it in
Frank.
between my rib cage like this. It's just kind of just sitting inside of my rib cage. So
Is
I'm like,
that-
this is mine?
Do you still have pieces of deer skin all over
You do,
I
so
do.
it's in a deer skin.
Oh no, I shouldn't have rolled that.
Oh no.
Frank,
Shouldn't have that.
Dang it! Shared.
I'm keeping this.
sticking the arrow into your body, you all see
bones. In between the bones.
you all see this white light start to emanate from the arrow
It's sort of like between the
as
bones.
it starts to pass into your necrotic body.
Oh shit.
You take 9 points of damage as like you feel burning inside of your own body.
I let out the most blood-curdling scream.
Oh, do you? What does that sound like?
Cover your mouth. Don't peek.
Oh my god.
Yeah, walk all the way over to the other side of the room.
I jolt up. I grab my crossbow. I'm like, what is happening?
You do.
Oh, because you've been asleep.
I've been asleep this whole time.
I yank it out.
You do? You yank it out?
Don't let me do that, Tabitha.
Did Tabitha just shoot?
No, this dumbass stuck it in his ribs. Oh my god,
It
Frank.
was a mistake.
Oh my god.
Can we move past this?
Oh, that was. Oh my.
Let's pretend this didn't happen. Let's take a nice little bit of a rest.
Oh, that's good.
Sound good to you?
Oh, that's really funny.
Because I'm going to pass the fuck.
Yeah.
Frank, what are you doing with the arrow?
Clutching it.
Okay.
Clutching it.
How are you clutching it?
With both hands. Like
Both hands on the shaft?
on the shaft. I'm like,
Yeah, he's got both hands on the
like my
shaft.
I'll say it. I'm like squeezing it and like holding it.
I don't like that
Maybe
you're
too
shuddering
hard.
right now.
Maybe
Okay.
too hard.
Okay.
And I'm just like, I'm gonna get a little bit of a rest.
Frank, I don't want to keep it.
I'm gonna sleep.
Okay, great.
Sounds like good to you? And I sleep.
Yeah.
I go on the ground. I go
And you start to meditate?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Still clutching it like this.
All three of you, Roll an investigation check.
Okay.
Unless Zara, you're going right back to sleep.
No, I'm
Sorry.
What was that?
Glad you're calling her sorry.
No.
Dang it.
Nice.
Chocolatey pizza.
Nom 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 nom.
We peeked.
You peaked, sir.
I went over there.
I am
He
shocked.
Because I'm still at exhaustion, aren't I?
Yeah. 8,
5.
11.
11.
He's like, you get nothing.
Zara.
I'm not Zara.
No. Oh, okay. I
Why
thought I
is
was
my
going
name
down.
so hard right now?
Tabitha. It's not. I just. Sorry. Tabitha. You notice something just kind of in the room. It was with the box, but like the DM forgot to mention it. So,
Okay, alright. It's that kind of a box, huh?
Everybody makes mistakes.
so
Sorry. That's funny.
because your DM messed up, and you would have found it when you moved to the box anyway. So here you go. You also find a very beat up, very weathered, very old journal. Frank's asleep.
I'm back to sleep.
You back to sleep?
Yeah, I'm a heavy sleeper.
How's that?
Did he see me get it?
Make a perception check.
9.
9. Make a sleight of hand. Let's do a contested roll.
17.
So,
Ooh.
You really didn't see me get it?
retcon that. The hell's that?
You're good. Rourke, what are you up to?
Like, I'll just go to bed then.
Sweet, going to bed.
I'm waiting till everybody's asleep, and then I'm gonna just open
Kill
it.
all of us.
I really could, though. I'm so stealthy.
She is.
Okay, you open the book. Everyone is asleep. Everyone that's asleep, I need you to go ahead.
Oh, shit.
no.
Well, no, false.
It's Talia all over again.
False, no, it's
Oh,
not.
gosh.
Talia is a character from a different campaign, everyone.
She was scary.
I suppose she died.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
she did. It
totally
was
killed her.
Nice,
we,
nice.
we
But there was some
super
creepy
killed her.
journal action.
You open up this book. The amount of time that it has seen, just a lot of the pages are just weathered through, as water has gotten into this house or whatever, just age dilapidated it. But flipping through, you occasionally come across a name a few times. Not Talia. Everyone breathe.
This character that he's referencing was very, very bad.
You
No, I did not.
No, you're good. I was just did a little checking.
you notice just a name or a phrase or a word, Izakor. All one thing.
Can I check for thieves' cant with that?
I'll say this. Thieves' Cant's like its own language.
Damn it. Okay.
You can certainly try
Yeah, can I
something.
just see
Yeah,
it?
go ahead.
Go ahead,
Roll D20.
Oh,
Well, I guess not really.
19?
19? Well, no, it's not.
Okay.
Whatever it is, it
Can I
seems-
take out the skin flap with the tattoo and say it to the tattoo?
Oh.
Certainly.
Can you do this? Andrew
can.
always smiles and it scares me.
You do, nothing happens.
That you know of.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
11.
11? You're fine. You find,
Or 10, sorry.
you find, a section of this book. Near the end of the writing. This also isn't like the other thing where it was like magical writing. This is just a written journal. That reads, we have cornered Izakor in his sanctum. On the morrow we will cast him down.
Ooh.
I fear the night, however. Those that linger often pay with their lives.
Can you slow down? Read it again. Please. I can't write that fast.
Let me just... Why don't I finish and then you can...
Alright.
On the morrow, we will cast him down. I fear the night, however. Those that linger often pay with their lives.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
all right.
no.
But we will cut the winged tyrant down.
Oh.
Shit.
I just pray he does not find us in the night.
Oh, gosh.
The rest of that page seems like tattered or smudged or whatever.
Great.
Flipping the page, you find one last entry in this journal, which reads, "He calls to us by name, whispers that worm their way into the mind. Sleep will not come easy."
Sleep will not come easy.
Okay.
That is horrifying.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in my little satchel,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go to sleep.
Well, because he's asleep, you can just do this. We can just do this how you want to. So
Okay.
go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
I already did.
Did you make a sleight of hand check?
Yeah.
Was that sleight of hand?
Okay, it was stealth. Same
That's what I
thing.
thought. Roll sleight of hand is very different.
Wait, for what?
You're about to find out.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
What is it?
11.
11? Frank, go ahead and make a perception check at disadvantage.
No, I'm not getting
15.
15?
I'm so pissed right now. Go ahead.
Sleight of hand is
Go
different than
ahead.
stealth.
Go ahead.
You, in your meditative state, start to feel some, like, tugging on
Oh.
something that you're holding in your hand.
Oh.
That shaft that's between both
What
of
are you
your
doing?
hands.
What am I doing?
Yeah, what do you want to do with
I
it?
feel if I'm
Before
feeling
he
tugging,
wakes up, can I throw out my dagger and put it at his throat?
Oh.
I'm gonna go. "Ah!"
There's a dagger at your throat, and you see Tabitha holding it.
Oh no! I hope you don't cut my throat. Oh, the blood would come seeping out.
Frank!
I'm so scared right now, Tabitha, and I just grab her arm
Oh, my
as quickly as I can.
It's just turning into a fight.
Frank's trying to grab your arm as fast as you can. Would you like to do anything?
Yeah, I'm
Still-
gonna
still-
his bones.
Still gripping
You gonna
the.
try and cut his throat?
Yeah.
Frank?
You better hope I don't get a
her
knife.
hand's right here, and my hand's right here.
Yeah.
So it's like that's quick.
I'm not questioning
Okay,
that.
okay.
You're gonna have to roll for that speed,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
however.
my God.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make a dex saving throw.
At disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Dex.
Tabitha, what's your base dexterity?
God.
4. Oh, wait, what do you mean?
It's a big number.
Oh, 18.
18.
Oy.
That's what we call a 7.
Tabitha, go ahead and make a dex check. So you'll add your 4 to it.
That's on the corner.
Is it though, Joe? Is it?
No, just roll it on the table. Damn it!
A nat 20?
Unnatural 20.
Oh my god.
And you're rolling to cut his throat?
Yep.
Oh, gosh.
So you don't have sneak anymore, but go ahead and roll your dagger damage and double it.
Is it
Oh,
the
my
4?
gosh.
Wait, unnatural.
Yeah, unnatural.
Oh, no, yeah, it's just the d4 then.
4.
Frank, you feel like the bones in your neck start
Wait,
to...
do I do plus 4 with that?
Yeah.
Oh, 6.
So 6?
Yeah.
Frank, you feel the bones in your neck start to separate as this blade's just coming through the bone in your neck?
Yeah.
Are you still alive?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Just double checking.
Yeah, I mean, we took off my head before, so I would assume.
Well, no, I mean, that damage goes straight to your whatever you hit.
Oh,
points
no,
were
yeah,
at.
I'm still alive.
Okay.
So it was 6?
I 3.
That was 6 total damage to after the 9 that the arrow did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just double checking.
Still alive.
Okay, you are still up, but that did not feel pleasant.
Okay, I'm still gripping the
Frank?
the arrow with my 2 hands, and I yell out at these two. Up, 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 up! Up, 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 up!
Frank?
I again
Up, up,
jump
up,
up with my crossbow.
Frank?
Why don't you aim that at Tabitha right quick? She tried to murder
Frank?
me while I was
No,
sleeping, you
that is
sleazy
not what
bitch.
Okay. Everybody just
Frank.
needs to
No,
calm
you don't say anything,
Frank,
Tabitha.
we are buds.
Oh,
but
wait!
Okay.
But I need that arrow. I will give you all the gold. Just give me the arrow.
The more you want it, the more I want to keep it.
Frank.
You're a terrible bargainer.
I know, but
Absolutely
I think something
bad.
is... Okay, don't hit me. I wasn't trying to kill him.
I put my crossbow.
Wait, I'm sorry. Why would we think that? What did you do?
I just kind of chopped him up a little bit, but
She
he's
cut
fine.
my neck. I'm about to die. Now, Tabitha.
Again?
Yes. But, like, for real this time. So, like...
The hell, Tabitha?
No,
Really?
just hold on. I found this journal,
Oh,
and it was saying something...
You found
Frank,
a journal.
Frank,
You found a
I
journal.
will cut you again, Frank.
Oh, really? With the crossbow aimed at your face.
I put it back up.
There it is.
Okay. I found a journal that said something about eyes... something with a name, and it's gonna...
What name?
I'm kind of scared to say it, because I'm scared it's gonna, like, summon it. But there was a name in it,
All
and
right.
it said something about it's winged, and they can't sleep, and it's gonna find them in the night. And I just figured, after watching it almost kill you,
That
if
you
I
should
had it...
cut Frank?
almost killed me?
No, if I had the arrow, then I could shoot it if it comes across us, since I'm the one with the bow and
Well, then
arrow,
I'll
Frank.
wait for that opportunity to give it to you, and then I'll give it to you. But
What if
until
we
then, I'm
can't
going to keep
in
it
battle? What if we're separated,
Fair.
Frank?
Well, then we'll figure it out then.
Frank, I will give you my 21 gold.
Oh, a whole 21. I have 157. I don't really think that matters to me.
Shoot.
Okay, Tabitha?
Frank, what do you want for the arrow?
I want you to be quiet
For how long?
until she dies.
Well, that's not very good radio, Frank.
What the hell is a radio? Is that a
Frank,
spell?
He has a
Frank.
good point.
I just think we're in more danger than we think, and I just need
What
you to
is
trust me. You could have it back.
It's like a magic box. You know, everybody's heard of those magic boxes.
I've never.
Can I take out the journal and read what it was in it?
Yes.
Okay. The end.
Well, that's horrifying.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if it's winged, and I have this arrow, which is clearly magical, Frank, then we can kill it and be done.
So...
And then you can get your money, because this is probably what's causing all this cultist things.
The money?
Yeah, your bounty.
My bounty is causing
She's talking
people to
about
kill
the
people.
wing
No,
thing.
the wing thing. If I use that arrow,
Be
I'll
more
kill
specific
it.
with their vocabulary. I can understand you.
That thing that starts with an I in the journal. I think she's
Igor?
saying... Yeah.
Yeah, we'll call it that. Yeah.
Igor.
Okay.
Frank, I'll give it back.
No.
How much gold do you have?
I'm not buying an arrow from Frank. I don't have a bow.
Do you want to die?
How
'Cause
about
you've
a
already
neutral
died twice.
party carries the arrow?
Yeah, that's me. Okay, I can't believe you just read a journal and all of a sudden it's just like, oh, the whole world has changed and reason has been evaporated.
Because Frank, do you want to die?
I don't mind.
All right. Can you heal him, please? I did not.
Are we sleeping? Or is that not a thing? Because I still have,
I have a
my
question.
sleeping bag out, and it's still nice and toasty, and I would love to get some. I mean,
Yes, Frank.
Pause.
Can I
rolled
use-
a 24 to get
Can I
the
use
arrow.
my cure?
dang.
You rolled a 24 stealth.
You're dead to me in this moment.
Can I use my cure wounds on myself?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna
Little
do
did
that.
he
Okay,
know
cure
the
your
arrow
wounds,
would
Frank.
split up more than he.
Oh, I wouldn't have to cure my wounds. Don't give me sass.
Do you want
Don't
to
give
hit
me
me?
sass.
Do you
Don't
want
give
to
me...
have a... You can gladly hit me. I'm sorry I hurt you.
No.
All right, Frank.
You're not worth it.
What if we're done with...
You're dead to me.
Frank, come on.
And then that's 5.
If
Do
we're
I roll
done
with disadvantage?
Mm-mm.
Oh, no, I don't need to roll
No.
for that. So that's...
All right, you
If
know
we're
what?
done with
when
this
that
whole
thing
assaulting
comes,
each other
I
business...
hope it kills you. Sorry if it gets you. It's definitely gonna kill you.
For the,
So you guys
for the
can
listeners,
fight your
the
own
order,
battles, and I'm
that
walking out
she
the
was
door.
talking to us in was me, Roarke, then Zara, then Frank. So kills me, doesn't kill Zara, definitely kills Frank. So you know, is what she wants.
I can't believe she would just read a journal and then just assume that we were immediately gonna die.
I don't know if she's pissed at you and me for, Zara. I mean, we had no beef in that.
You
We
left?
should probably
Yeah, I
go
left.
make sure she's safe.
I do
Where are you
not
going?
care.
I don't know. One of the other buildings.
Okay, which one?
No,
Left
I'm
or
going
right?
back to the sewer. Fuck you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That's... Okay. Sorry.
I-
I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up. Sometimes I just need to shut up, you know.
You know what? I think she just needs to walk it off.
I kind of peek my head out the door. I'll be like, wait.
How far are you going?
I'm going.
You don't see her.
Shoot, she's so stealthy. She's night itself. I just say a little cleric moment. I'm like, help her out. Like to just to the heavens. I'm like, don't know what the emotional connection is.
The gods can't help her now.
But I just don't want to be stuck with a skeleton and this weird dragon blue thing all by myself.
Can we hear her sing this?
No, this is
okay. Just
quiet.
Just interpret.
I rolled a natural
I'm in
20.
my own little bottle.
If we were able to
You can't.
hear it all.
I closed the door.
You do, and that's where we'll end.
The party's broken.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to The Quest Company. If you'd like to contact us, check out our social medias. We're on Twitter and Instagram at The Quest Company. You can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, or Tumblr under The Quest Company. While you're there, be sure to check out some of our official artwork done by Dakota Collins. You can find more of his work on Instagram at Alchemical Dragon, or you can check out his website, dakcollins.wordpress.com. We've also had some other fans do some amazing artwork for us. We want to go ahead and thank Jackie and Elena. You can find links to their Instagrams on our website, on our Instagram. Be sure to check out some of their artwork. It's really, really cool stuff, and we're extremely thankful. If you'd like to share fan art for the show, just tag us in a comment with @TheQuestCompany, or hashtag #TheQuestCompany in your comment. We'd love to see the art you do. If you like what we do and you'd like to see more of it, please be sure to like us and write a comment. It really helps us out tremendously, not only on iTunes, but morale-wise. Thank you guys again so much for listening. Be sure to join us next week for the next adventure on The Quest Company.